having a RAD day to the max. Put on your members only jacket. Press that mega bass on your Walkman for this 80s extravaganza. Oh, by the way, 92.8% of you aren't even subscribed to me and you're watching me. Just click down below and be notified every time I post a video. Oh my god. This meal is gonna be as finely crafted as that sky-high hair. Today we're making canard à la longe or bigarde à la longe. It is a French dish mostly done in the 1600s and 1800s, made famous in the 1980s in those very, very fancy French restaurants. It's like totally fancy as like Grey Poupon, you know what I mean? Like, it's comprised of 2 broths, the broth that I've already prepared the other night, and today with the duck broth that we're making. And by the way, this duck is almost going to be as orange as Howard the Duck, but it'll be in a lot more taste, of course. Starting off with the duck, we are going to take our paring knife. I've seen a lot of different recipes saying to like score the skin, but like that's like so grody. Like it looks so like gag me out. So I'm just gonna prick the skin and just little holes with a paring knife. And I feel like this is like a perfect balance between like the crispiness of the skin and the rendering the fat. So we're just gonna do that. This sauce is gonna make you say never wanna give you up. Let's bounce. Hit it, Hopper. Starting off with this sauce, you do wanna boil up some beef bones. You can say this bone broth is bad to the bone. Anyways. Get rid of all the impurities. Next, you're going to roast it at 425 for 20 minutes. This is going to ensure rich depth of flavor again. Flavor is color, baby. Like, oh my god. After that is done, you want to put that in your crock pot and let it go for 2 days. Like, it's gonna be so yummy and it's like so good for you. Like, this is what I heard, you know. Full of vital collagen, amino acids, immune function, and like so much more. Like, definitely give you the energy to dance all night in the club. Like, once you're done cooking it, let it set at room temperature, and then you want to refrigerate it for a day or so. So make sure to plan that out with the thawing time of the duck, which is right up above me here. Sorry, I like totally is getting my brain like bounced. After it's done in the fridge, it'll totally become a smooth criminal. Da-da-da-da. And this would like thicken the sauce without any like flour. You don't want glutens and like. I set the oven to like 425 so we can start making the duck broth portion of the sauce. And you just want to keep cooking it just so it's like even, it renders the fat. Just like this all over. That's like totally done. So we're going to move on to removing the like excess fat. So we're gonna go in here, remove the neck. Sometimes this is attached, but this time it's not. And then you're gonna remove the excess fat around this cavity. I really don't see much here, but yeah, I don't. Okay. I guess that's all that I have to remove from this. But generally, there is a layer of fat around here to remove. But we left out there. I'm just gonna wash my hands. We're gonna take some sea salt. The recipe did say some like kosher salt, but yeah, sea salt, any salt will do. And you just want to work it into the skin. It did not say pepper. You want to go in the cavity as well. So the most fragile part of the duck is like the wings. So we definitely want to keep our wings in our hair perfect, but we generally want to remove them from the duck. Alright, so starting from the joint, you want to go in there and remove the entire wing because it will burn. Now let's totally begin our duck broth. Now we're gonna make our duck broth. We're gonna take the wings and put them into a pan. Next, we're gonna add mirepoix, which is carrot, onion, and celery. The greatest trio since Three's Company. Or 3 men and a baby. And we're just gonna put it in there. Generally 2 carrots, 2 onions, 3 celery stalks. Next, I'm gonna add a little YELLo for flavor. I'm just gonna roast this up for 20 minutes at 425 for 30 minutes. Alright, so I got some boiling water and we're just going to dip the duck in for 2 minutes to keep its shape. This will also help to render the fat out because there's a lot of fat in duck. It's so heavy. Make sure you use a roasting pan with the wire wrap inside. And now we're gonna load it up with our roast veggies. A little bit of onion, celery, and carrots at the bottom as well. And do that for the entire pan. So the inside of the turkey, you want to infuse some flavor as well. Lemon. Or onion. Orange. And a lemon to cap it off. Next, we're gonna put it in the roasting pan. Just like that. And now we're gonna start on our duck broth. Next, we're gonna take our roasted veggies that we roasted earlier at 425 for 30 minutes. We're gonna place them into a pot with a little bit of water to submerge everything. Next, we get all the flavor from the pan and just get some boiling water in there. And you just want to lift up all that brown of flavor at the bottom. Alright, so we're just going to cover this with some water just to submerge everything. And then this is going to go on the stove top as the duck is roasting for 2 hours. So here's my duck. Now we're going to set it to 425. And this is going to go for 30 minutes. So don't be alarmed, Smokey the Bear, cool it now. Because this is going to get really, really smoky. I'm going to make sure to turn on a fan. I'm a fan of a duo and Janet Jackson, yeah. So just beware of that. And let your duck broth go for 2 hours and 30 minutes on medium-high. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the pan. I notice everything is drying out. I did expect a lot more fat from the duck, But no problem, I'm just gonna add that in. Honestly, just imagine the best turkey and chicken you've ever smelt in your life. And this is what it smells like. It's seriously amazing. Yeah. Also, you want to let this go at 300 for 4.5 hours. So low and slow, so the fat won't burn. And also, you want it to cook really slowly after it's browned as well. For my oven, I'm gonna go 325. I just know my oven is like, it just goes a little bit. It goes a little bit colder, so I always go 25 degrees up. See you then. Ow. There we go. I would like to totally see it a little bit. It's been a couple hours now. Now we're gonna start making the double broth. So this has been going for a couple hours now. I'm just gonna strain this into a larger pot. So with the duck broth, we're gonna actually add it to the bone broth. This is gonna go for an additional 2 hours. Now for the recipe, it's supposed to be gelatinous. So I probably needed more knuckles, but you know what? It's gonna go in there, and we're gonna thicken it up with some flour at the end. After 2 hours, this will reduce down to 1 cup. I'm gonna set this on medium, and I'll see you in a couple hours. Alright, so now we're gonna make the gastrique, which I'm very excited for. So this is 1 cup of sugar dissolved in 1/4 cup of water. And we're just gonna put this in our pan. Alright, so you want to make sure it gets to a nice mahogany color. The same color as like the American station wagons with the wooden panel. Right, our gastrique is a nice mahogany color. So I'm just gonna add 1 cup. And I said it's gonna be a very explosive response in the sauce. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, so I just add a little bit of red wine vinegar to that reduced sauce. I have my peels ready to go to add to the sauce, and we're ready to finish it. So this is the duck broth, the bone broth, reduced down. Now we're gonna add it. He generally said 1 tablespoon at a time, and you don't want to ruin the sauce, so we're gonna taste it as we go. One more. Added 2. It needs a little help. Now the final taste. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Let's put in the rind and then the lemon and orange juice. Absolutely insane. Alright, so this is 2 oranges and 2 lemons juiced. And I'm gonna add this to the sauce. Now I'm gonna taste it all together. Give it a stir.
It is completely unbelievable. I feel like it needs some bitterness though. And we're gonna add some rinds.
Now it's the time to take out the duck. And I'm gonna close out this video real quick. I have a sample here that I'm going to have in front of you. I'm so sorry. I wish I could share it with you. You know what I mean? But YouTube, I mean, can we jump through dimensions in videos yet? I don't know. So I'm gonna try the sauce. I feel like no matter what. Let me just try the sauce because that's what we worked hard on. That was a 3-day sauce. So I feel like if I was just a little bit more patient, and that's what I learned with this recipe, especially towards the end with the gastrique. And I had a very good joke that like, oh, gastrique, is that an expression about 1985 gas prices? So anyways, I'm not gonna put that in, but don't be afraid of duck. Honestly, it's very, very fatty. But as long as it pierces the skin and just roast it to perfection, even well done, it's really, really good. I don't think I would have it rare, but I think it would be really, really, like, it's like a cross between a chicken and a turkey, like the best that you can get. And I'm gonna say that. And even with this sauce being a little subpar, a little bit too bitter, maybe I should have it should have been a little bit sweeter for my liking, but I purposely did that because I wanted it to be more bitter, but I understand there was more balance that could have been achieved and more patience with the gastrique, because when I added in the vinegar, it cooled too quickly and thickened beyond belief into a syrup. So the technique was off towards the end, but it really didn't make a difference. There's easy way to do duck à l'orange and really, really technical way to do it, and that's what I was trying to achieve with this recipe. And you can't go wrong with that. Like, honestly, I love this more than turkey now. Anyways, I love you all so much. Au revoir, my beautiful bubbles.